So, latest project is a little Taylor's 028 paraffin heater. It's not nearly in the same state as the 029 that I refurbed, and you're welcome to go onto my YouTube channel and have a look at that. Let me just show you over it without the warming drawer at the bottom. So unsurprisingly, it's not as tall. It doesn't have the drawer, but in all other respects it's very similar. Pair of saucepan holders there, and we've got the lifter. This is quite a big old lifter actually. The burners, who knows, they seem all to be there, which is a good thing. We need to take it apart. So essentially there's one bolt there and one bolt there. If I remove those, the whole hob comes off, and then I'll need to remove the guardrail which the gimbals fit to. So I've got these that go on there, but what I don't have is the bolts that go in there. So we've got the armoured fuel pipe that connects to the back of the heater, sorry, back of the cooker, and through the bulkhead. I would be very suspicious that this works. There is this pipe, which is a kind of, it's got a bit of plastic on, but that's obviously to protect it in some way. And this, I would imagine, goes from the tank and would go down to the that doesn't look quite right. That doesn't look quite right. Pressurized tank seems to be all there. It's got a, needs polishing, got some paint on it. It's like Disassembling or something. Whether it holds pressure or not is hard to say. So let's undo these. Right, the guardrail sits on a couple of plates, one there, and it's machine screws again through there. So, oh no, here it comes. Does it? Easing oil, I think. Won't do any harm. Good dose of penetrating oil. Right, whilst we're waiting that to do its business, we'll move that to one side and we'll start, I think, removing the burners. I think I'll start by taking this pipework off, and then I can feed it through there, because that bolt there, sorry, that nut there is quite big, so that isn't going to come through that hole for sure. But if I feed it the other way, it'll go up. And then these are the, well, they're quite loose actually. These are the nuts that hold the base of the burner on. So what have we got here? 3/8. No, too small. 7/16. Oh, 7/16. Is it going to go? I think it might. It's a bit tight, but there we go. It's 3/4, right. So that's coming off nicely. That means both burners are now free. And this little T thing I'm going to keep as well. So effectively the burners are free. I've just got to release the... So I've got that's a squirrel going across the roof. I've got to release these little nuts. The reason I've got so many screwdrivers is I can never find them. So I put the screwdriver on the head of the machine bolt, undo it. Right, so that's come off, and therefore freeing up the... So I'll put those two together because nobody likes to lose nuts. I think that someone must have been doing something with this, because you don't normally get brass and stainless together on these. Oh, I see what they've done. These are actually clear off all the crud. It says, oh, Primus Optimus, that's okay. Because if you have to buy these things from Blake's tailor, you pay an arm and a leg and a bit more. So you can see that strange looking burner. I must say I've not seen one like that before. Let's have a look at what we've got left here. So these corner pieces are just held in place with a strange looking bolt called a 3/16 BSW Aerotight lock nut BZP, and I bought a pack of these because they're quite hard to get in not bad nick. There's a bit of if you can see it, there's a bit of crud down there. So when you fill up this, if you overfill it and it spills onto the stainless, it ignites and it looks quite dramatic, but actually it's fairly harmless. Unless, as once I did, without realising it, this thing was leaking because it had perished. So what was happening was there was paraffin leaking into the bottom where there was also some mess. And we had a good old fire. And let me tell you, the powder fire extinguishers, boy, when they go off, you're cleaning powder off your boat for days. I think I've done as much as I can at the moment. I'm going to have a look at this tank now. So if you put your finger over the end, oh, that is holding pressure. That is holding pressure, to be fair. So the next stage is to see if the easing oil has done its trick. I think that one is. I'm heading down to the workshop to hopefully do some polishing on the Taylor's 028 cooker that I took to bit yesterday. It's a lovely sunny day. going to be outside, and I've got myself sort of prepared. So I've got all the bits that I'm going to be cleaning up. You can see here what this could be like, so that's what I'm aiming for. I've got my box of nylon polishing mops. I've got my Dremel, I've got a mask, I've got some more bits and bobs in there, I've got my overalls, and then for the bigger bits I've got a proper polishing wheel. So I just need to go and find my earplugs, and I'll be good to go. Right, stinky overalls on, mask on, headphones on, gloves on. We'll start with a medium polishing mop, I think. Let's start with the small stuff. Right, swig of tea. This is what it's like being in the dentist. So finally we have a nice polished tank and polished fiddle rails ready to go back. One thing I'm not looking forward to is reassembling the burners. I've not come across these two-legged ones before, and I'm sure it'll be fine. So here we are back in the shed. All I have to do now, he says, is reassemble everything and get the burners working. Let me show you what we've done. So we've cleaned up the top, cleaned up the lifter, pan lifter. I'm already got my bits out to reassemble. This is the actual cooker itself, Taylor's 028, made in England by Chillingstone Marine, formerly Taylor's of Malden, and it's all cleaned up very well. There were some rather nasty marks here which I've cleaned up as best I can. They still show in a certain light, and the surface of the stainless steel has gone, and I suspect it was either the meths that had been left burning on there for ages, or possibly salt water. And I say salt water because the bottoms of each of the legs, as it were really, I could clean these okay, but when I got to the bottom they were really, really bad. It's a miserable Saturday morning, which is why I'm in the shed, and when I say miserable, some storm beginning with an A is blowing through, and it's been raining all morning. The rain has just died off, so if I can get this together and then I can get the tank, which is here, that's all polished up, if I can get some paraffin in that, if I can get that pressurized, and if I can get it connected from the tank to the back of the Taylor's cooker, there's a lot of ifs there, we could have it all running in, what, a week? So the first thing I'm going to do is to swap out these stainless 3/16 nuts for what I think would have been on there, which are these things that I've spoken about before, called 3/16 BSW, that's pretty standard Whitworth, Aerotight lock nuts BZP. And I think these would have been on there because they're almost like self-locking, and these aren't. So if a boat's going diddle all the time and the bolt's that way up, then these will potentially come undone. Let's play a game. You've got 3 lengths, short lengths of preformed copper piping, and they all connect to this. We know they connect to this because earlier on, when I was dismantling it, I took them apart. There's only a certain number of combinations that is possible for this to work, and at the moment I can't find which one it is. And don't tell me it's obvious, because I know it's obvious. I am never, ever, ever taking one of these to pieces again, ever. That should go into there. I've just had it off in there. It's got to go on there. No. No. I've got to dismantle it all and put that on. Ta-da! No! The labels are upside down. When you're doing this stuff, you really need like a small set of stuff. So this is 7/8, but it's way too long. I need one that's half the length. So we're all set up, we're all ready to go. Fuel here, tight, check. Fuel here, tight, check. Fuel here, tight, check. Fuel here, tight, check. Both burners, tight, check. On, off, right way up, check. Right, let's fire this baby up. So we're all set up, ready to go. I'm going to put the burner caps on, and would you believe it, it's just started to drizzle. So I'm going to set up something in my outdoor shed, and then we'll fire this baby up. So I'm armed with lots of blue paper. It's all connected up, pressurized. I'm just going to turn the on-off switch. The problem I've got here is because this is on the ground, if any of the fittings underneath leak, I can't see that. So let's just hope they don't. So here we go, turn it on. Heard that little sort of... Anything happening? Any leaks? Not seeing any leaks. Oh, hang on. It's impressive. turn this on, nothing. Oh, hang on, I know what it is. It's taken a long time for the fuel to get through, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Nearly. I think we've got a bit of leaking down the bottom. There's paraffin in the drip tray. Right, back to the drawing board, but at least it's assembled. So I'll let it all cool down and we'll start again. Well, Storm Alice, or whatever it's called, is past. So it's a day or two later, and we're going to try and see if we can get this Taylor's 028 heater, sorry, 028 cooker going. I've got my trusty lighter, got a few tools, but what I haven't got is the gas lighter to light the paraffin heater. This is the plan. So just thinking about it, last time I tried this one, for a split second it lit properly, then it went up in yellow flames. This one didn't light properly, and I'm just wondering whether actually what I should have done is preheat this one for longer, and then instead of turning it on whilst this is still on it, which creates all the yellow flame, take the burner flame away. So take this away and then just light it gently with this and see if it behaves. This one, I'm going to try doing that, but I have a feeling that this one needs some finessing with the flow rate, because it just seemed to be flowing out. So I might have to dismantle the this core here that's got the threaded thing in, and the washer, etc, etc. But one thing at a time. Let's see if we can get the right hand one burning. I'll do both sides just in case. I know heat does travel. Hello? Hello, what's going on? Ooh, that was close. That did actually go for a second. You can see it's still coming through there. That is going. That is going. Just hope it doesn't suddenly flare up yellow. That is going. So I'm playing around with the left one now, and I'm just wondering if I just didn't heat it enough, because I've given it a bit of heat and it is kind of working. The left one, the right one, is definitely working. It's not, I wonder if it's air.